All right, after the three major content areas of BAMengine, where you have the sites to build your websites, automations to send emails and automate the follow up with different prospects, and then we have the memberships area to actually host your course if you're going to sell a course inside the system. You've got those three working together are going to do most of the work inside your BAMengine account. There's a whole bunch more features in here though that are super good. For example, if your product is something that you have to sell over the phone or in talking to people, at least in person, where you have a sales staff or you have a sales process that you want to manually move people through, then we have this opportunities area, and that's the CRM functions of BAMengine. And you can see there's a couple of pipelines already built in here. And this is client AI appointment setting. It is one that I've already got in the system. And this is for setting appointments for all kinds of different businesses, kind of a generic CRM setup. So, new lead, responded to needs follow up, booked appointment, showed up, no show, sold, and then lost, canceled, and needs follow up is another category. So, as you process all these different leads and take them through your sales process, you move them from these stages, and you can manually just grab them and move them through the process. But then you can have automations in the background that either do something when you move them, or that something happens in an automation that causes them to be moved automatically by a workflow. So you can say if they watch 80% of the video, then move them to watched video step, right? You can do that in an automation. Or if I come in here and I say showed up, if I move them manually from booked appointment to showed up, then I can have an automation that's triggered by that move, the showed up stage change, and then send them, all the different emails you want to send somebody after they show up for an appointment, or do any other automations. You can do it that way. But this is a way to kind of see everybody in a visual environment and move them through the various stages of your sales process. So, for example, if I go to the contacts area, I'll just go back to contacts, and I'll add a new contact, and we'll add me, Rocky Anderson. And then we'll just have support at BAMengine. And you can use that email to reach support at any time if you like. Then we'll choose a time zone. And of course, we'll start with Pacific and then save. And now we've got a lead in the system. All right, we've got a contact. And here's the contact record. And you can see in here, there's all the stuff. Here's all the data that's associated with this contact. Here's the conversation window that shows all the different conversations that's been had with them over SMS or email or whatever. All different conversations happen in this middle pane. And then there's activity. So on this right panel, it would show that I visited an opt-in form, and that's how I got added as a lead. But I just was added manually, right? So now there's other things we can do with this lead. We can add notes to them. So if you say I talked to them on the phone and you want to add that note in the note area, you can add tasks in here so that a user, which is us that are using the account, have tasks to do for this particular contact. We can put that in here. We can see what appointments they have. We can see what documents they've submitted, and then what payments they've made. So you can see all the different information for this contact. And then if we want to, we can add them to the CRM in here. So pipeline change. So if I select this guy and I say pipeline change, and I want to put them in the appointment setting, and I want to put them in the booked appointment spot, I can do that. And then I have to put a note here at the end, moved manually. Add or update opportunity, and now they're in there. So if we go back to the opportunities area, we can now see there he is. There's Rocky Anderson. He's here on booked appointment. And now if I have the appointment with this guy and he showed up, I can move him over to the showed up stage. And then any automations that are based upon if he get moved to the showed up stage will fire off at that point. Or I can say if he showed up to the appointment and he bought the product, I can move him over to the sold column, right? And then automations can happen from that. You don't have to use those automations through the opportunities and pipelines area, the CRM, but they're there for you to use if you want to. Most of my automations, when it comes to purchases, I actually add them as a workflow and have a trigger of bought the product, then do these things. Issue them the package, the welcome package, or whatever. Issue them a membership, an offer in the memberships area. Have those things be triggered by an actual purchase. But you can do it straight from here if you want to. Anyway, that's the rudimentary basics of the CRM functions inside BAMengine. You can get really complex with this stuff if you want to. But the best part about a CRM is just trying to keep complex things very simple. So you can just progress leads through your sales system smoothly and don't drop anybody through the cracks. All right, enjoy that.